Reiterate the situation. Hayden Roulston currently has only 4 seconds on Jack Bauer. There's 6 seconds if you win the stage, it's a time bonus, 4 seconds for second place and 2 for third. So if Jack Bauer can get second or first on this stage, he can get some time and take over the yellow jersey, win this Tour of Southland.
It's a very, very close call, this one. It's been close and exciting all the way between what was the top 3, because Jeremy Yates was in there until the stage to Tianao when he had that unfortunate crash, his second of the tour. But anyway, here we go around the corner one more time and into Calder Street. The front 3, Jason Allen, Shem Roger and George Bennett. And the big crowd are waiting to give him a big cheer. Here come the chasers. And Ascot Park Hotel still doing the trick at the front. And they don't seem to be pegging them back. Well, they didn't seem to make much ground up that time up Kelvin Street.
They're still working, and they're working all by themselves as Ascot Park Hotel team.
And you could see them as you could see the chasers in the background, the big crowd out on the side of the road. Getting the call from Murray there about how many laps to go. Not too far to go now for these 3 at the front of the PowerNet Tour of Southland. Here's the chasers.
It's a beautiful Saturday in Invercargill. You can see all the folks out in their t-shirts and shorts, some of them, enjoying this early summer's day.
Wade Mangum at the front. And they've got them in their sight. They just have to keep doing the pace they're going. The peloton, they're going to catch these 3.
Jason Allen looking around and almost a feeling of resignation, it looked like. Oh, look, and there goes George Bennett. He says, we're going to be caught. If I don't do something here, I'm going to take off and leave these guys by themselves. I'll win the stage by myself.
So George Bennett has a crack on the front. He's a climber, he's not a roller, he's not a sprinter, so he's got to do something about it. And Jason Allen and Shem Roger have been stranded, and Bennett came powering out of that corner like Valentino Rossi on his Ducati, and heads on down the back straight here, down Queen's Drive. Jason Allen and Shem Roger having to now regroup and work together. Jason doing the big turn at the moment.
Oh, look at the big Cummins diesel engine of Jason Allen now, just turning it on slowly, cranking those pedals over, and he's pulling George Bennett back too.
So we're splintered now. We've got Bennett away, only though by about 50 to 80 metres. Then these 2, Shem Roger seems to be struggling.
Oh, he's breathing through his nose just to get onto the wheel of Jason Allen, and now he's given up.
He's flagged it. He's going to sit up and wait for the peloton. So we've got 2. And where's the peloton? Oh, they're still a fair way behind, John. So maybe this charge by George Bennett has just been enough to wake them up and remind them that they've got work to do still with a lap and a half to go at Queen's Park.
A lap and a half just seems like a long way right now for these 2 riders out the front now. They're just hoping and hoping and hoping that they can stay away. And if I was Calder Stewart, I'd be hoping they're going to stay away here now too, because these guys are now representing the 2 time bonuses that Jack Bauer would need to take Hayden Roulston's jersey off him.
So at the front, Bennett, as he sets himself up to take the turn into Herbert Street. Bennett and Allen, and Shem Roger has gone back to the peloton. He couldn't do it anymore, and that means that now we have to have a look back and see what's going on with the chasers. Commissaire sits up on the motorbike and has a look back. We're still with the front 2, so that means that we've still got a gap between them. Allen and Bennett past the boys high down Herbert Street.
George Bennett, I should say, has just become stronger and stronger as this tour has gone on. We saw him climb like a legend yesterday. As we look back, and it's getting closer.
It's getting closer by the second. They really are coming at him. So George will be hoping that Jason can give him a hand here, and Jason, of course, will be thinking about those bonus seconds on the finish line for his team leader, Jack Bauer. Remember, Bauer is at 4 seconds behind Roulston on the general classification. Here they come up to the Kelvin Street turn. How far back is the peloton? They both have a look around. Both looking, have a chat to each other, and they sit up. It's all over, folks. Here they come.
Oh, there he is.
So one of the Subway riders has joined in the fray. And I'm not sure which one of the subbies it was. It wasn't Joe Cooper. It may have been Sam Horgan, who has aspirations to be a sprinter. So Jason Allen and George Bennett sit up, and there's a flyer coming down the far side of the road. Is that Gordon Macaulay? Yes, it is. Macaulay setting sights for this Subway rider. We think it's Horgan who's gone first up the road. Here come the Ascot Park riders, and Gordy's leaving him to it. He's not waiting, and one of the Ascot Park riders swings onto his wheel. I think that was Henton, or is it Mangum? One or the other has got onto Gordon's wheel. and Aaron Strong is there as well, and they've shut that down. Now here comes another move. It's another, no, it's one of the guys from Jackson Plumbing, one of the Americans. And there's Tom David, big Tom David from the Southland Times, goes up to that wheel. So we've got an American and a Kiwi, one of the boys that races in Belgium, Tom David, product of St Kettigan's College. He's been very quiet in this tour so far. This could be his moment as he swings up to this Jackson Plumbing rider.
That's Michael Olheiser, the American on the front there from Jackson Plumbing World. You can tell him he's got a white bike with the word Pimpin on it. I'm not sure why it says Pimpin. It might be the brand name. So these two guys sprung out after the textbook time to attack. As soon as the breakaway is caught, you go. And these guys have got a little gap.
And what's ironic about it is Ascot Park did all the work, but they're not represented here with these two.
So Ascot Park will be sitting up in there, breathing hard and wondering what they were doing at the front of that peloton.
Our motorbike has to swing off because here comes the peloton right behind them. Olheiser, Tom David, and here come, it looks like Calder Stewart leading the way, or it could have been Creation Signs. But the big pack swing around. Here's Hayden Roulston, he's well back. Rolly, well back. They get the bell this time as they come up to the start-finish line. The peloton's still together as they make the final turn into the finishing straight. And there's the white jersey of the New Zealand champion, Jack Bauer. Can he beat Hayden Roulston in this final sprint? Greg Henderson's in there as well. So too Joe Chapman and Mike Northey. They hit the finishing straight. Jack Bauer at the front, going for it. Here comes Greg Henderson over the top of him. Henderson will win the stage. Second place, Archibald on the line from Bauer. Chapman, Northey and Alex Ray.
So Greg Henderson and Shane Archibald saved the tour for Hayden Roulston by taking the big fat time bonuses and leaving Bauer with just a 2-second bonus for third. Joe Chapman and Mike Northey in fourth and fifth.
I knew I'd find my legs, and the last 2 days I actually felt really good on the bike and really comfortable on the bike. Today I had hardly even touched the legs, and it was nice to. It was a bit of a surprise to finish there. I wasn't setting myself up for the stage win, but in the end it turned out I had to win, had to beat Bauer across the line because he put a big gap on Hayden into the straight, and if Bauer had won the stage then he would have taken the jersey back off him. So it was a bit of a panic sprint there in the finish, but lucky enough I had the legs to get him on the line.
Pretty good improvisation at the last minute to save the tour.
Yeah, well at the time it was just a quick, I know that Bauer can't win, that's all that goes through the brain. And so that's what I just made sure of. If Bauer doesn't win, then we win the tour. So, and that's how it sort of worked out.
So our PowerNet Tour of Southland champion for 2010 is Hayden Roulston from Calder Stewart, Bike NZ. Jack Bauer just 2 seconds off. Jeremy Yates back in 1 minute 34. Floyd Landis and Michael Olheiser, the Americans, in fourth and fifth.
It's a fantastic day yesterday for myself and the team. As you've seen, it only took 1 day to change things dramatically, and I knew all along it's a race based on energy, and energy saved counts really towards a day like yesterday. So I'm actually really proud of myself because I didn't come in here with the best form. I had a good break after Commonwealth Games in Delhi, and I had probably 8 days riding. So I think the sunshine the first part of the week definitely helped my form improve. So I'm really happy.
What about looking forward to next year at Southland? Are you keen for another battle and a possible fifth title?
Yeah, I'm going to be back. I'll be back for sure. I'm not sure on what capacity, although I said that after the first tour. But no, I definitely will be back for Calder Stewart. I've had a great week. Calder Stewart and Bike NZ have both come together, and it's been, we've really been looked after well. And with Hendy and I coming from the road professional teams in Europe, we've been really impressed by how they've looked after us, and they've really laid a lot on the line. And I'm really happy to repay them and my own team with the victory.
Joe, you did a great job in the points jersey. Is that a good week for Subway Avanti?
Yep, we've turned it around from the low of crashing on Monday, and yeah, we're loving this moment at the moment. We always planned to walk away with a jersey. We weren't sure at the beginning which one, but yeah, now it's the King of the Mountains, so yeah, we're happy.
Roman, congratulations, a great race for that points jersey.
Yeah, it was a really tough week, having to fight for it every single day and just try and maintain my lead, but really have to thank my teammates for an awesome job and just helping me every step of the way.
As an under 23, it must be pretty awesome to test your legs against the guys from the pro peloton and find that you're right up there with them.
Yeah, it's awesome that the guys like Hendy and Roulston, and then also Gordon McCauley and Jeremy Yates and Jack Bauer, they're all really professional riders, and the they set a good benchmark to where you want to be when you're in a few years, and I'm pretty happy with how things are going there, and it's looking good.
I'm here for the last time with Eric McKenzie, former Tour of Southland winner, former Tour de France rider, talking about what must be the closest tour in history. They just don't make tours that come down with just 2 seconds in it at the end, do they, Eric?
And that makes it so exciting as well. And Calder Stewart were in there to take the time out to put their man Hayden Roulston in the lead and share the road with just doing exactly the opposite.
In the end, if Jack Bauer had got one place further, if he got second instead of third, it was a tied race.
Yeah, I believe it would have been an even race, and then they would do a count back on the stage finishes.
And who knows who would have won then?
Oh, I know. It was a tough call, but that's what we love about bike racing, the fight to the end.
What do you think was the decisive point in the week, as far as you're concerned?
There's a number of them, but the guys from Share the Road did an amazing job to look after their guys. And Jack may have actually won the tour if he maybe attacked at the bottom of the Crown Range rather than 15 k's before it. And that was a crucial factor in the outcome of the race.
I think for me it's been an amazing tour, such a close tour, so many great riders. What's your highlight of the week been?
It's really the young guys coming through. There's just an amazing number of guys, young guys, that are up-and-coming road riders that are going to sort of take us into the future. And
it's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Oh, it's very exciting for New Zealand road.